Welcome YouTubers, it's Pilot Wannabe here. If you can hear me, if this is actually recording, which is kind of doubtful. I just took off from Saint Bart's and I'm on my way to Saba, which we can see over here. I think, nope, that's not Saba. Must be over here. Yeah. In any case, it is 6 minutes away at this speed. So perhaps I should begin slowing down already. Should actually start descending. Let's take her down to 2. And let's go way back on the power. So the weather I'm using today is brought to us by Flight Sim WeatherX Lite. For those of you who have low-end systems, it's a nice way to get some weather injected into your flight simming. Up underneath that cloud. Yeah, so the airport is right about there. I'll have to remember, keep an eye on the descent and feed back in some power. Tend to get distracted sometimes. Okay, now that we know where we're going to switch to hull. Maybe we have time to figure out what the weather is. There's nothing. Okay. And we're coming up on 1,000 feet. I think we're going to want about just under 500 foot-pounds of torque. It's a little hard to get to because this throttle is so sensitive in the RealAir Duke Turbine here. Okay, I think that should do it. And yeah, got to slow down a little bit more. So I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. And it's pulling to the left. Damn. Okay, let's see if it'll hold its position. Nope. We're going to need some first notch. Maybe a bit more. Oh, it's that yaw damper. Could that be it? Yes. Damn yaw dampener. Got to remember to take that sucker off when you're coming in for a landing. Otherwise, you will have little to no rudder authority. All right, so I want to pitch up, slow down. I'm under 174. I can drop flaps. All right. It is yawing. There, now we just need some trim. Ah. we on? It seems that way. Should make for a fun landing. That much is for sure. Okay, how to adjust? I think our ailerons. No, that's the rudder. Okay, I think we're flying reasonably straight. Down to 1,000 feet after all of that now. Alrighty. Should probably climb. Get some altitude so we can have a nice long stabilized approach. Okay. So kind of going to go in a downwind here, even though I don't know what the wind is. But all the cool landings on YouTube seem to take place from this direction. All right, let's get her up to 2,000 feet. Okay. Back off the thrust, the throttle. Let's get her down to under 5. Seems to work best for a nice approach. Comfortable approach anyway. All right, so we've got one flap down. All right, we're going to turn, and when we turn final, drop the gear. Okay. I didn't even study up for this at all. I don't even know what the runway heading is. It's just pure visual. Can't even see the way so good. All right, it's there. Looks paved.
All Blake, approach, Piper, Foxtrot, Oscar, Golf, Echo, Tango, with you, 6,400.
Piper, Foxtrot, Oscar, Golf, Echo, Tango, Wall Blake, approach, roger, altimeter 300.
Okay. Speed has gotten up. So, bringing it back. Going to go full flaps. We are way too high, actually. This is probably going to be a botched attempt. You can't side slip in a Duke. But this is a flight sim, so we'll see what's possible. And that's a short runway. I don't even think thrust reverses are going to help. I'm going to go around. Okay, I'm going to bring up one notch of flaps. Going to bring up the gear. Okay. If there's any procedures for this airport, and there are none. Okay, got to put back in some power. All right. I think what we'll do, instead of 2,000 feet, we're going to come in at something more reasonable, like 1,500. There's something I can do here. Let's go. And nope, that one. And then, sure, that's not working. Too high. Let's back her off the power. Okay, we're on what looks to be downwind. Okay, means that they really help us. Backed off the power a little too much. Alright, this will help us keep oriented properly for the runway. So this will be our base. I'm going to drop gear early. Keep us from accidentally speeding up. Alright. So we're 450 on the torque. I'll let her drop a little more, hopefully. There we go. Whew. It's my first attempt at Saba. Fly Tampa scenery here. There we go. Okay, we've got our approach speed at 120. I think it's looking good. Alright. Still speeding up too much, I think, a little bit. Let's go to full flaps. Let's make sure the gear down. 3 green. On. I don't know why. 1. And they are on. Okay. Back off the power because we are going to have to stop in a hurry. I think we can glide all the way in from here. Should have lined up much better earlier. This is not going to go good. Nope, 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 nope. Ah! Oh man. All right. Let's take off from the water if we can. I've got to see that on replay. Looks like I have pulse lights. Didn't know that. And that tower's up high. Not good. How interesting. All right, let's have another go at that, shall we? All right, let's back off our power. No, keep the flaps and approach. No substitute for a nice long final on a tricky landing. All right. All right. Let's try to keep that there. Alrighty. Should have practiced my... Oh, still? Kind of feels that way. So maybe I need... Seems better. Should make for a much less tricky landing. Okay. Yaw dampeners off. And the on. Okay, got approach flaps, landing lights.
Like approach, world travel 5675 with you.
World travel 5675, Wald Lake approach, roger. Altimeter 3008.
Okay. Let's get that speed red line. Let's go full on the props, RPM. Okay, let's drop gear. We'll go to our final stage of flaps. Give us lots of time to, how should we say, get stabilized. Stabilized is good. Okay, we got no thrust going on. Got to bring that up ever so slightly. Not so much. Okay, let's trim her out. Okay, back off that power a little bit more.
Travel by 67. Airport is 12 miles at your 10 o'clock. Turn left heading 095. Report runway in sight.
Turn left heading 095. World travel 5675. World travel 5675. Have the runway in sight.
World travel by 675. You are 11 miles west on the maintain 2000. Cleared visual. Runway.
That was loud in my ears.
Switch to advisory on
Okay.
122.9.
Send and maintain 2000. Cleared visual. Runway 9er. Approach. Advisory on 122.9er. World travel 5675.
Okay, getting lined up for this sucker is a little bit more difficult than I thought. Ah. I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way with the rudder. Should make the rollout very interesting. Okay, I have got about half the rudder in. Okay. Let's back off the power. Power's off. Oh, that was a crosswind. That's what that was. Okay. It's nice to know what the wind was. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's have a look at that. See what it looked like. Okay. All right. Oh, that was very disorienting. Let's do that. We'll use the tower view. Yeah, here we go. I think this landing will be tougher than heading back to Saint Bart's. At least there's 2,000 feet of runway over there. Alrighty. So, let's take the parking brakes off. This is a little tricky because the nose wheel, I've got it set up to the realistic free casting, which I gotta say is difficult to get used to. But it should make turning around in tight areas a whole lot easier, you'd think. Come on. The power's a beast to control on the ground too. Okay. Seems like we're taking off, but this is idle power. Gotta give her a shot to get her going. And it's a beast to control. It's a dream to fly, but ground is tricky. Alright. Now to spin her around as best I can. Should come in with a head of steam, so to speak. And then full on that brake. This is not working out. That free casting thing, I think, works best at low speed and with differential props, but I've only got one throttle quadrant, so that's not happening. And I'm going to waste all manner of time lined up for the runway. But I have a secret weapon. It's called a PT6A Alpha turboprop engine. This is supposed to get us off the ground in 1,000 feet. So let's do a full-on short field takeoff. Approach flaps. Okay, the lights. Under camera. All right. I am leaning heavily on the brakes. We're going to bring the power up. Brakes are not powerful enough to hold her back. Okay, there's full power. 9 seconds to roll, to take off roll. Almost looks. All right, so there we are, climbing at 4,000 feet a minute. Don't you just love this thing? All right, up goes the gear, up come the flaps. Backing off on the RPM to about 2,000. Trimming her out for a nice, comfortable trip to Saint Bart's. Now this should be fun. Seen it on YouTube, both FSX and the real thing 100 times. But it's the first time executing it. Okay, what do I want to do? Bar. Make it go away. All right. I'll just guide myself there using the GPS. And we will keep her at about, well, we'll get to 3,000 feet. I think we've got to look over that mountaintop. Okay. Got to pull the power back considerably. What was that, 106% of power? It's crazy. Got to keep your eye on a lot of things. The Duke is good preparation for flying the bigger jets. It really is. It's good training. It's got everything except sits and stars in the autopilot, but you can do that if you get a Reality, I think it's Reality or a Flight 1 GTN 750. That GPS has all the bells and whistles. Okay, there's St. Martin vaguely off in the distance. All right. This RealAir Duke, it comes with a dirty windscreen. It's so dirty that it half convinces me my monitor is full of dust. All right. We're leveling off at close to 3,000 feet here. All right. All right, let's look at our instruments. We're flying straight and level. Well, straight, but not level. Okay, our wings are level, so we shouldn't be yaw. I think pretty good, except we keep climbing. So let's go trim her out. It's time to trim her out. I think the run on is way 10, so that should help us line up for it at least a little bit. I tell you, it's amazing when the horizon is obscured. Even in the sim, the mind plays tricks on you, and you think you're turning when you're not.
Approach Pacifica 6859er, ready to copy. IFR clearance to Yopongo.
Pacifica 6859er is clear to Yopongo Airport as filed.
All right. Gotta get rid of that. Okay. Come on, trim out. I wish I had a trim wheel, because this trim sheet is sensitive, the electric trim anyway. When you're in the zone, it is one click at a time, and then you gotta wait for the speed and everything to settle out. Okay, so let's make a beeline for the island. I think we're going to need a slight right-hand turn, and then we'll be good. Actually, I think there's a little tiny island there, unless that's a speck of dirt, that we can use to help line up. Yes, I believe that is the case. So let's swing her out. So, interesting to note, 500 pounds of torque with landing configuration gives us a approach speed of 120. bring up the flaps in the gear, and we're cruising at almost 180. It's a sweet plane to fly. Still a tendency to go to the right, but that may be that crazy ass wind that we got going on. Okay. I have to learn to moderate my speech for YouTube, assuming that this recording is picking up my mic. All right. It's very difficult to hold precisely one's altitude on this thing. Need a trim wheel. Trim is king. Also, checklists are king. Lately, though, it seems every time I bring up the checklist, FSX crashes. So, not liking that too much. All right, I think it's time to start slowing her down. Because we know we have no trouble speeding up. All right, I think I can let her descend. Okay. Back off the power ever so slightly. We are below, we're at 170, so I can drop flaps now. Okay, that should help get her down even more. Sure hope our visibility is going to be good coming over that top, mountaintop. Let's see what even from here. I don't like it. I can't see. Should climb before I get too low, or level off anyway. Because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to be aligned with the runway very well. Alright, there's 2,000. I'm going to maintain back pressure. See what that does to our speed. Oh, we're idle on the engines almost. I think we need a little something. Doesn't take much to maintain flight or the descent. Oh, the hint of the runway. Oh my god, I am way off base. Alright. I like my speed though. Bring the gear down. What? I think I've completely botched the approach. Yes. Well, not completely. There we go. Alright, note to self next time. Gotta stay way left of those islands. Alright. Backing off the power, backing off the power. We got 3 greens. Let's go full flaps. There we go. Okay, I'm taking all the power out because we are way too high. 1,000 feet. But we got 2,000 feet of runway to work with, which is a whole lot more than I can say about Saba. Okay. I think we're looking good. We're approaching red line, which is a nice, comfortable approach speed. Okay. So when you hit a stall, This plane will fall out of the sky. It is not a 172. All right. Power's out. We'll let her come down. Little bounce. Okay. 2,000 feet works well. Oh, I didn't go full RPM on the props. That's kind of a mistake in case of a go around. Hey beachgoers, how y'all doing today? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Ah! Too much power. Okay. And going too fast, that overwhelms the whole freecasting nature of steering unless you have differential thrust, which I cannot mouse on this thing, especially with the sensitive throttles. All right, so let's have a look at that. Nope. There we go. There's the classic view. Let's back her out. Sort of. This is supposed to be the tower view. That's a little creepy. If I had Easy Dogs, I'd drop a camera right on the end of the runway. I think I skimmed that mountaintop a little much. All right. Well, nobody was injured in the filming of that landing, but it wasn't exactly purty. Look at that ground handling vehicle that floats. Who knew? All right. Well, that was a very interesting landing. Hey, it's a good thing we had the wind with us. Probably helped having a healthy gust like that down the runway. All right, we're going to call that a day. Thanks for tuning in. This is Pilot Wannabe. Peace out.